Welcome back to HealthWise. With us is Dr. Carl Gonsoulin. And Doc, we were talking about good teeth for life. Incidentally, before I forget, Dr. Carl, I had a little emergency. I had a crown. I had a temporary crown that came off that I had put on, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I just happened to be in Lafayette, ran in there to Dr. Carl, and I thought he was going to make me sit in those little bitty chairs for the pediatric kids, but he had a couple of big chairs in the back, so he fixed it. And matter of fact, he fixed it so well, I almost kept it. It wasn't a temporary crown. It almost was a permanent crown, but I did get it fixed eventually. But he did a good job, so I just wanted to give him those props. But we were talking about good teeth for life, and kids, I guess we want to start at the beginning with baby teeth. You know, we want to talk about baby teeth and what should be done and how do we care for them.
Well, that's when it all begins. The children get their first teeth somewhere around 9 months, 12 months of age. And by 12 months of age, if the teeth are there, everything's there to get the problems. The cavities, the germs are there, the food is there, the teeth are there. And of course, the parents don't get a owner's manual, and so they don't realize that they need to start taking care of those teeth very early. They need to get to the dentist for their first checkup before age 1, right at age 1 or before, so that they can learn what they need to know to prevent the problems. And almost all of these problems are preventable.
Okay. Well, why, I mean, so basically that's leading into the next question about a child visiting the dentist, you know. So a child should, when should they first go to visit the dentist?
Well, we want to see the parents for sure, or the mother,
right.
You know, around 12 months of age or sooner. And that's, we don't care whether we see the child at that age, and we're certainly happy to do that, but we want to give the parents the information they need to know, what they need to know about the bottle, and brushing and the different foods that they eat, a little bit about new teeth coming in and stuff like that, so that we can educate them what they need to know to keep those teeth in good shape and to do it easily, and something that can be done that's not going to drive the mother crazy and the child crazy while they're doing it, you know. And that prevention is the big thing. That's the thing that saves the problems, prevents these problems from occurring, saves the expenses that don't need to occur, and makes dentistry fun.
Right. So babies can actually get cavities, is what you're saying, right?
Absolutely. So it's not uncommon to see a young child, we're talking about 24 months old, 2 years old, 2.5 years old, come in with lots of cavities. And this occurs because the child is put to bed at night with a bottle that contains either milk, juice, formula, anything but water, okay? And they're sleeping all night with that bottle, and the bottle goes in the mouth off and on all during the night, and the food stays in the mouth all night long. Now, it can also happen if the child is sleeping with mom and breastfeeding during the night, where the food stays in the mouth all night long, and before you know it, there's lots of cavities occur very quickly, and it usually starts behind the back of the top front teeth. And so the parents don't notice it until it's very big, and then the next thing you know, you have huge cavities and maybe needing crowns, maybe need root canals, maybe the teeth are already abscessed, you know, so, and those things can be easily prevented.
By the regular checkup,
right.
You know.
Well, the first thing is the bottle is not the problem. It's what's in the bottle. A bottle of milk, juice, formula, anything while they're sleeping, nap time or during the nighttime, when they're in bed, is a big problem. You want a bottle of water only, causes no trouble. When they're walking around throughout the day with the bottle just as a pacifier type thing, just water in it. No milk, no juice, no formula, no sugar water, no Coke, just plain water. When they're on the sippy cup, I recommend just plain water. If they want something to drink other than that, give them a little cup where they drink it all down, and then they're done with it, okay? And then also the parents need to know they have to keep the teeth clean as well. Not just the bottle, but keeping the teeth clean. But the major problem, besides keeping the teeth clean, is that bottle at night. Okay. When they're sleeping. Again, it's not the bottle, it's what's in the bottle, just the water's no trouble.
And, you know, I mean, just going back on that, a lot of parents don't realize that milk is the same thing as sugar. It'd be just like you putting sugar up against the teeth and just letting it sit there, because you know it's converted to sugar anyway. So it's you know.
Exactly right. The lactose, which is a type of sugar in the milk, The bacteria use this very quickly, and before you know it, you can have lots of problems.
Okay. Well, now what about if, we talked about the kids, the infants, but some of these kids that's, I guess, early adolescence or whatever with braces, I mean, y'all can still see them too,
Yeah,
right?
as a pediatric dentist, we see kids all the way through age 19, okay?
Right.
And we see a lot of kids that have braces on the teeth. And the big thing about braces, like I said, the technique for braces now is very good. And they can get amazing results, and sometimes it works faster than others, but they still can get amazing results. The biggest problem that's going on with braces is taking care of the teeth while the braces are on. The braces are a huge food trap for teeth, for the food. It's very difficult to keep these braces clean unless you have a good routine on how to do it. And it amounts to brushing the teeth at home. It amounts to bringing a toothbrush with them at school so they can clean their teeth after they eat when they have the braces on. And that way they can keep these problems down to a minimum. We see these kids come in, they can get lots of cavities, but one of the things that happens with the braces is the cavity gets started. It gets started right above the little bracket. Is a little part that's connected to the tooth where you connect the wire to it. Well, right above that bracket, between the gum and the bracket, that's where the plaque is harder to clean out, and that area is neglected the most. And so it starts forming a cavity, which would be like a little white line. The teeth get all straightened out, the braces are removed, the cavities didn't get started yet, but the white lines are there. And now you have these nice straight teeth with a bunch of white lines across the front. And it doesn't look nearly as, it doesn't look that good,
Right.
And so it makes it a little bit more difficult to take care of that problem. You don't have to go do a bunch of fillings on those things if you can avoid it, but sometimes you have no choice. And so if the teeth are kept clean, you don't have that problem. Also, the braces tend to work a little bit better if the gums are not all inflamed and swollen. It tends to slow down the braces a little bit.
Okay, well, we're going to take a short break for our sponsors, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about how dental health would affect school performance when we come back.